We are working our way into game number 2 here. This is a best-of-5 contest, ladies and gentlemen. That was game number 1 that's just gone down in favor of the EloFisherS. So, upcoming stars, well, there's some obvious things that we can say that they could do better, right? Not die 7 times before finding a kill. Yes. But any of the kind of second-order stuff that you saw there that you think that maybe they need to shape up in this next set?
I saw Qin have great counter engages, and I think he needs to continue that up. But like I said, there's 2 keys to victory for them. Get going early, which obviously they didn't do, and win big team fights, or try and have big team fights. You saw them going in one at a time on counter engages, or getting picked one at a time. Like I said, the assist per kill ratio for them is 1.8. Every other team, including enemy, is sitting at a 2.0. And at the top end, we have Team Solo Mid, AFK Gaming, Titan, all of that 2.5, 2.4, where they're team fighting, right? When they get a kill, there's 3 other players around them. When stars get a kill, it's Sausage picking up 1 person out of position.
Well, let's go ahead and head into the picks and bans for game number 2. I think we have them ready, and let's see how this one is going to shape up. Can the EloFisherS take another game off the upcoming stars, or will this be the opportunity to draw even? This time it's going to be EloFisherS once again with the first pick overall. Upcoming stars with the second pick in that red position here. And well, let's see where the bans and the picks are going to start out. But first, you get to take a look at me one more time.
No one wants to see you. They don't want to see me.
They do.
Yeah. It looked like we just didn't have the 1 game up for EloFisherS there up in the set. I'll be interested to see if we saw them switch sides, right? EloFisherS once again, or excuse me, this time they're going to have first pick here.
Yeah.
And I'll be interested to see if we see the targeted bans come out from upcoming stars again, right? So EloFisherS, they have first pick, but they're still going to ban out Sylvanas. They just don't want to play the god, obviously.
Sylvanas banned out. Amir banned out.
Targeted ban still.
Yeah, the upcoming stars are not interested in giving up the Amir. So will we see the same follow-up Arachne ban from the upcoming stars?
I'll be interested to see if they ban on Athena. No, it's going to be Hunbats. EloFisherS are looking for that at first pick Athena, right? They ban out the other Premier support, and then they get the second other Premier. And now upcoming stars are debating between banning that Arachne or Athena right now.
It's got to be Athena.
I don't know who plays Arachne, but it better be really good to warrant an Arachne ban over an Athena. That's going to be Ares.
Wow.
Okay. So much like Cognitive Prime at the World Championships, they just didn't have any strategy to deal with the Ares who can get ahead, right? Ares from behind, very easy to kill. He just can't get his abilities off. But when he's ahead, like, what are you going to do? And we see the first pick Athena come through.
Also, yeah, I'm gifting Thor to upcoming stars this game if I'm EloFisherS. Cherio had no impact basically on that last game.
If he just waited on his ults a couple more seconds or allowed for players to get in position, right? I think the timing on the ults was right, like when to go up in the air, but when he landed just seemed to be the bad spots.
Yeah, it looked like lag from our end. I can only assume with the number of pauses that came out.
We did see him pause twice, so I'm assuming he was having
some off the mark. So hopefully it's better for Cherio, but I mean, yeah.
Medusa once again picked up, though. The Medusa from
Chicken
Fisher. Yeah, Raw you don't see too much, but honestly, they won the early game, I think, off Medusa, right? Not only was he out-farming his lane, but he got that Heartseeker and then Aussie online very fast. That huge power spike with Pin and just the ton of damage from the 50-stack Heartseeker. You always saw him rotating into these team fights underneath, getting kills.
So, but upcoming stars, they've gotten a pretty powerful core here. Poseidon, Thor, Geb again. However, what they gave up for it is unforgivable, I think. Athena, Medusa, in theory, the strongest possible lane.
Yeah, the made you look, right? So
yeah, Athena taunt forces you.
Yeah, so you have to have beads. But to be fair, if you beads... Here's the thing, too, right? You have to beads... When do you beads, right?
Right.
She taunts. Do you beads right there? Oh, Medusa's like, oh, they beads.
Yeah, you wait it out,
right?
That's right.
So the Medusa key there is going to be holding it, trying to wait for your Athena to force beads because they expect the burst to come. And Neith picked up, so this time...
Oof.
Upcoming stars is like, look, we went for the late game Hunter last time. We couldn't get him to late game, right? He was behind a Deathbringer the entire game. And we're just going to go with an early lane there. And I think they're looking for picks, right? Their team screams picks. Poseidon, Thor, Neith.
Yeah, but EloFisherS screams, you're not going to get kills.
Oh, a double warrior line.
Look at this. I mean, they have Ra. You're going to have a hard time ganking Ra. He's gankable, but it's going to be difficult. Athena ultimate to be used to save anybody. Tyr and Bellona, good luck. It's really just the Medusa.
It's going to be a protection comp, right? So we see AFK run similar comps, right? Where they pick 3 or 4 gods that all have protections or can build into like a Lotus Crown to give their team protections. They always run the Athena or Sylvanas, right? They always buy Shell, and it's just so much protections across the board. We're going to have to see early pin come out, and Poseidon's all about that 100-0. Who's he going to 100-0?
I'm worried. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing as well at the upcoming stars is it's damage anemic, right? Fenrir, a decent mid-game damager, Neith, a decent mid-game damager, but after about 20 minutes, both of these gods are just in the gutter. Thor as well. I mean, all three of them are not...
They have to win early.
But even with this squad, I mean, they're going to have to be up by like 10,000 gold to win early. Like, it's going to take a huge advantage, I think.
Yeah, we're going to have to see Cherio. Fenrir Thor invading a tier Bellona doesn't sound like the smartest idea.
Yeah.
But it is possible. I mean, if you could scout out and notice if anyone's not warding properly, and there we go, we're going to see them group up early on. They may be looking for that invade or first blood, just looking for anyone out of position.
Well, at least the safe warding, nonetheless, as the EloFisherS will be your blue squad in this contest. Upcoming stars, the red squad. And, well, big man Tings, once again, piloting the support for the Fishers.
I think the key here
they're back
for the picks and bans was EloFisherS counter-picking the comp for upcoming stars with their last two, with that tier Bellona, right? I thought upcoming stars, they had a really nice pick and early game comp, and that works when you're facing 3 to 4 squishier targets, but picking up that tier, picking up that Bellona basically shuts that down.
When I see a Neith come out, I'm usually looking at the jungler, and usually you want to see something like a Bastet, right? That has some kind of like janky kill mechanic, like the cats.
I think Thor works for that as well.
Thor's okay.
As long as you catch someone out, most of the time you're going to see them ult on a Thor, and at high level play, most players know. But when you catch them off target, when they don't know the Thor ult's coming, that's when the Neith is going to come into effectiveness.
Right, but Thor doesn't have a lot of kill potential against the Hercules. I'm sorry, against the tier, right? It's that's kind of what I'm looking at. Is normally you'll see that ultimate fly out into the other side of the map, and you'll have a follow-up that can kill one of the targets. But with a jungle Bellona and a solo lane tier...
They're just going to take the blue. They don't want to fight. They just want to take the blue. I actually like this. Yeah, double hog, take it. Don't let them get it.
Yeah, and well, Fenrir, not necessarily the most efficient solo laner in the world.
I was looking at their items, and I'm like, these are not invade items, right? You go Bluestone Hog, too, like boots. Like, I'm like, what are they doing? And then I like that decision to basically be like, I just want your buff.
Now, what do you think about the decision from Fails to get the Boots 1 over the Hog 2 on Bellona?
I think that's fine. I think boots are fine, right? She's not going to need... Hog 2 is a little iffy there. His sausage takes a lot of damage, but lawful as well. I think Hog 1 is fine. You really only need Hog 2 if you're trying to invade their back harpies and you know they're going to contest. That's really only when you need Hog 2.
So you would say that this was the more average jungle start than what we see out of the Thor, which is the Hog 2.
Yeah. I mean, Thor may be looking to invade, right?
Oh, no.
Double knock-up, and Fails is actually going to not miss the hammer, or not hit the hammer, I think. And actually, they may turn this, but there's a ton of creeps in the way. Yeah,
too many creeps for the red squad, and yeah, that's going to mean, the double tap hit Fails as well. And, well, it's an early game advantage now for the stars on the right side. Similar to what we saw last game, right? Where they kind of, through the first 3-4 minutes, they were like, okay, they're doing the thing. They're at 1,000 experience advantage, 600-700 gold.
Here it is, right? Hog 2, you know they're going to contest. That's when you need the Hog 2 there. And it looks like Cherio is just going to steal the blue away and back off. They don't want to fight this.
So blue a piece here, stolen for each squad in the first 90 seconds. Bellona going to come and smack Cherio around a little bit. Was that a brutalize use? It looks like it was. Yeah, Fails very, very low. Is the leap going to be available?
What's the cooldown on the jump on sausage here?
Oh, he has it. He has it.
Oh, but he gets juked, actually. Oh, and actually Tyr coming in with the knockup. Switch stances. Is he going to get the one off? No, but he gets stopped. Lawful is able to pick up the first blood, though. Sausage going to return with the brutalized
turn around,
kill.
buddy. Hit Sausage. Oh, man. He moved forward. He uses the beam. It's a 2-for-1 trade. Both the solo laner and the jungler go down for the EloFisherS, even with the first blood.
That was great play coming out from the side in there. Crippled out Tyr just in time, not allowing him to get first blood.
I'm looking at Darzer and just saying, how do you get beat to your own side of the map from the mid lane?
Maybe he called it and didn't think they would keep fighting.
Yeah, I mean, like, whatever it was. I mean, that's where that went wrong for them.
But once again, upcoming stars, they didn't get first blood, but they got 2 return kills, and I think that's going to be important for them. Cherio's not going to be 5 for mid camps, but let's take a look here. Bellona not going to be 5 either. So that's really what's important. Frosty's 5. Darzer has to back. Like, they need to get both these mid camps. But it looks like the Medusa Athena lane, once again, Fisher going to be winning his lane and dual rotating to the mid harpies.
Yeah, same MO.
Oh, we actually saw a solo kill coming out from Sausage there onto that tier. Even after, he just hit 5, right? He just hit 5 right before him, pulls him into his tower. That was it.
Yeah, and this is what we see, generally speaking, out of Fenrir solos, is that no one really knows what to do against it.
You know, actually, I played this. I actually learned how to do this matchup last night. Tyr actually beats the Fenrir. If you play it properly.
He brutalizes. You just fearless him.
Well, no, he's immune to knockback during Brutalize. What it is
even the grab?
Yeah.
From Fearless? Oh.
Yeah. So what you do is you sit in blue stance, right? You level up your heal, and you just tank the Brutalize. If he tries to poke you, you just tank it, and you heal up off of him and minions afterwards. And GetFisher is going to ult the wave. Looks like he's not expecting to fight anytime soon, and just wants to clear the way fast and back with the rotation coming through.
Yeah, so what you're saying here is basically you just survive the burst and just kind of continue to heal yourself up.
And your heal becomes so strong, and you can actually see him leveling up the heal, right? He knows how to play this matchup. It was just unfortunate that Sausage was able to pick up an early kill along with him and then hit 5 right before him because he was able to survive in that first engagement we saw.
Ooh, it's a Heartseeker for the Neith as well here as the Medusa.
He self-heal. That's kind of expected. And also, it's going to help you. You're still probably not going to win the boxing matchup, but it will help you in the boxing matchup.
It really didn't hurt, and the raw damage will help with your global presence as well. She's so ability damage focused that even a double stacking build with the Transcendence wouldn't be the worst thing in the world here. Unlikely that she'll go for it because they need that early game advantage out of the Neith, but just raw power synergizes very well with this god.
For sure. Taking a look here, it looks like Raw is just going to look to finish his boots first. I'll be interested to see if he wants to build this into a Doom Orb. We didn't see any Doom Orbs come out last game. In North America, you actually see them come out quite often because you only need about 7 to 8 stacks to make them gold efficient. Last game, we didn't see it. This game, we do see him start. But that may just be there to turn into a Tahuti late game.
Yeah, I assume that's, it'll be cooldown boots. The standard quote-unquote build here. Once again, in some trouble is Losif. He's going to ult away. The hammer off the mark. And Cherio too late to pour.
Oh, he's going to die, though. It got interrupted in the middle lane. It looks like Dark. I don't know if he did that on purpose, but at the very...
I hope so. Let's say he did.
If there's a replay of that later, I want to see if it's on purpose. But Cherio's still managing to pick up that kill. It looks like Lawful just stayed a little bit too late, and now Sausage looking to aggress.
A very different game here so far from the upcoming stars. 4-1 in their favor.
This is what they needed. They needed to start early. This is a great start for them.
Oh, they're going to go in on the big man Tings here. They're looking for a Gold Fury early here, and yes, they will be able to pick up the support, and this means that they're going to make their way to the left side of the map and look for the first major map objective.
It doesn't look like that. They're looking to invade onto that blue buff on right. You know, they don't want to risk it, especially with Medusa sitting at about 20 about 20 stacks there. Maybe they're playing too safe.
Yeah, boo. They killed the tank.
It is a safe play, right? But you could still die.
You can lose a lot.
You lost your Kraken.
Die there. You lose a gold here and both
just look at the
mid-camps.
ultimates, right? They have nothing available. They spent so much picking up that tier and then that Athena that it's not really worth the risk at that point.
Yeah, that's fair. And then they could have lost a gold fury and both mid camps from losing one engagement there, which would have been a very large swing. But it's a very large experience gap here. 3,000 in favor of the upcoming stars, but the gold still very close.
Doing so much. Stars are getting really low, but Sausage, he actually gets body blocked and picks up the wrong target. Just kind of trying to kite through that Bellona ult, though. Frosty is able to pick up Darzer in the back, but GetFisher once again with the rotations underneath. Gonna stun out too. He will pick up the kill just in time, and it looks like they're trying to disengage now.
That slow from GetFisher was huge at preventing kills, but he will go down himself, and now here comes a solo laner, Athena on top of him as well. Tyr gonna try to do what he can, but Cherio taunted out, looking for the follow-up there and stun off the mark. Cherio, he's gonna get a bit of a body block out of the Berserker's Barrage here, but nothing too much cooking, and now, well, they have the advantage, but no gods really to take out that objective.
Man, GetFisher is just, his rotations are on point. He's in every team fight before his enemy Hunter, and normally you don't see Hunters in team fights at all until, about 15, 20 minutes.
Qin getting fairly low here. He's going to be forced to put it back to Neith, and here comes the Fearless Chain. But he cataclysms out. Thor in as well. Can he find the stun? He will. And Los, wow.
But they reset it. Darza here coming in the back. His ult isn't up, but all he needs is to do a little bit of damage there. He is warded out, and it looks like they spent way too long trying to decide if, so upcoming stars, they basically were interrupted by Tyr and not able to continue, but Qin is just playing out of his mind. Great Cataclysm coming up from him to interrupt the Tyr Fearless.
Yeah, that was huge. I mean, that could have so easily gone the other way. There's no way that they pick up the Gold Fury without him there. And that, well, it accelerates them to a 4,500 gold lead and the 2,700 gold lead and 4,500 experience lead. And the first real lead the upcoming stars have enjoyed in months. Yeah,
well, we talked about it earlier where with this team comp, they need to get, you said about 10K ahead, right? They're on their way there. They just need to keep up this aggression. And Sausage is doing a great job of rotating and basically making the tier not do anything compared to him, right? You saw them have that warded out, but he elected not to invade.
Yeah, it's just kind of that mid-game period where Fenrir rotates into the fight, and so does Tyr. It's so much more dangerous.
He wasn't close enough to the tower. Yeah. If he was a little bit closer to the tower, he might have been able to pick up that kill, but he was on the wrong side of that lane. And actually, Darzer may get caught out there. Double tap actually not going to hit either. Athena coming through, and he lived for so long.
Cherio, he's been off more ding and chew here. Maybe Gepchiel doing a lot. Darzer's going to sneak out of there. Kraken off the mark. Bellona's here for fails, but it's not a Hunbots this time. Doesn't have that Fear No Evil to really try to turn this fight back in their favor. And
I mean, Fear No Evil is more about the repositioning, right?
That's
You
right.
could basically be like, depending on where you put it, you're going to push the opponent out of the center of that circle. So repositioning targets with Fear No Evil is actually probably the most important part about it.
Right, yeah. Wouldn't have been able to drop that underneath the tower and force them back out of it and try to find that kill onto Frosty.
Yep.
But for now, it's a 9-3 advantage for the upcoming Stars. They have the gold advantage, they have the experience advantage as well, but is it going to be big enough to deal with this Medusa?
I want to see Renz be really aggressive here,
Ooh,
and that's what he's going to do. Yeah, he's about 20 stacks ahead, and he has the self-heal. Renz needs to be abusing this, but Darzer in the middle is going to get picked up. Stars, once again, finding the picks they need. And look, every time they fight now, you see the 3 or 4 members around them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's not solo pickoff.
They've bridged the gap a little bit here in terms of how they're going after these kills. And Cherio, well, while still not being the most accurate player on the map, has had a lot more impact in this game.
For sure, you know, you see him sitting 1-1 and 3 and doing a lot, but I think it's the Poseidon's been actually, what impact across the map? Look at this Fenrir, 3-1 and 4. Yeah. 7 of the 10 kills as a solo laner, when Cherio's only been a part of 4. And actually, this is going to be a kill. There's nothing for this tier to do. Sausage, great job, cancels the ult early to basically secure the auto attack before tier can get his cooldowns off.
Sausage has just been bullying tier. Yeah, I mean, just getting wrecked, basically, is loafs.
He was able to get that kill early because he hit 5 before, and that's really the volatile nature of solo lane.
Fenrir's not supposed to do the most damage in the game at any point in the game. So that's like level 1.
He does a lot, though, right?
But 7,000 damage versus the 4K on the board for the Poseidon.
I didn't notice that was brought up. Yeah, Sausage has just been doing so much. He's just in every team fight, hitting everything. And really, it's only if the only person that is not higher damage than your opponent is your support, I think you're doing pretty good across the board. And Darzer, stun just missed out by Cherio.
Oh, they dumped everything
that
here.
That Neith ult was really late considering that everyone had already backed off of that fight.
Well, and when we saw the upcoming Stars qualify for the Pro League originally, this is very much how they did it. And by that, I mean, this is very much how Sausage did it. He definitely carried those victories that they had. And once again, he's really dictating the pace of this game with the Fenrir.
Yeah, and he's just out-rotating, and there's really nothing Tyr can do at this point. He's so far behind. Like, unless he gets pressure from his jungler, he's just going to continue to get further behind. And I love what Upcoming Stars is doing. They're looking for the aggression. Now, EloFisherS, I think their comp is going to be better come late game, but just like last game, can they get to that spot, right? Where they come online, and now Tyr actually going to hit Sausage under tower. He's going to take a lot of damage, but he's going to be just fine. He'll be looking to back. He has teleport up.
Yeah, without any cooldowns, there's not much the Tyr can do, even with a Lawbringer there, not enough to find a kill. Q in. He's going to go deep here. He's going to find a slow and a stun and the follow-up onto Darzer, but the rest of the team is cut off now as Fails makes his way in with the Bellona, but she gets exploded by the Kraken from X Frosty.
Yeah, Frosty it looks like we're 11 minutes into the game, and the mid laner is 5 levels above the enemy jungler. That's huge. And Cherio, all right, this game, Cherio's been hitting huge double taps as a taunt comes through, but miscommunication. Darzer, why are you moving forward? He's going to get picked up as well.
Just a free double kill.
This is the Gold Fury. It's up in about, it looks like 14 seconds. They're probably going to pressure this tower and then look to pick that up.
Yeah, they're going to get smacked around by an acid spray here from Medusa at the very least. Cherio getting fairly low. A little surprised to not see the Lawbringer come out from Tyr there. Just try to find that kill as well. But he's going to save it for the Gold Fury. Sausage is rotated over as well.
Yep, and it just spawned.
Loafs knows exactly how that matchup goes.
But we have 2 backs coming up from Upcoming Stars. Once again, they're taking the safe route. They don't want to risk it, right? I would have liked to see them do that. Oh, a blink in by Tyr looking for a pickup, but Athena coming through as well. I think EloFisherS thought they were going to be on the Gold Fury as well.
But no, it's a couple of backs coming out from them. And, well, on the backside, you see Poseidon still hasn't made his way back to the base. Fairly low MP. Fenrir, well, he's kind of quietly picked someone up in the mid lane. There's not too exciting here. The Neith ult's going to expend it as well, but it's not going to be enough to find a kill as Lawbringer comes out.
The Neith ults just have not been communicated well across their team. As you can see, actually,
a little trigger happy maybe
we're
for
going to see a big fight coming on, and GetFisher's actually going to fight Neith in the back. Meanwhile, Bellona going to stun out 2 here, and Sausage keeps going deep.
The last hit from Sausage isn't enough to find the kill onto Tings, but Tyr has joined the fight now, stunning out 2. Once again, a Sausage into the Kraken, and down you go. It's a double kill for Sausage so far. Getting fairly low as a Fenrir now as GetFisher puts out the acid spray. A lot of ability damage out of that Medusa. Can we have the Gold Fury finally?
Yeah, there it is. They're going to go for it. Get Fisher's forced to back there, spent his ultimate, spent most of his mana, taking a little poke out, and now with Darza's ult down, there's no reason to contest this, and you can just see them. Cheerio looking for a pick on Darza in the mid lane. He's the same level, though, and Sausage not in position, but it looks like they're still going to be able to pick up this Gold Fury. No one in position to contest it. So now, taking a look at the charts here, we're going to have about a 6K gold lead coming out from upcoming stars, 12K experience, getting close to that 10K mark you were talking about, Bart.
Yeah, 10K probably about the 20-minute mark is where they're going to need to push this one through. One would expect. I mean, it's just the Fenrir damage is going to, you can see he's already itemizing into Magi's Blessing. You would expect Thor to do so as well. So they're going to have a period where they're not building damage items. They're forced to build into defensive items to keep their gods relevant.
Oh, 10K coming out from Sausage there.
That's crazy.
You just saw that fantastic stun onto 2 right into the Kraken. The miscommunication we saw a lot in game 1, they seem to have fixed it, right? Great communication, ults when they need to based on stun. So, and Cheerio also, while his ults weren't on point in game 1, game 2, maybe he fixed his lag. He's hitting every double tap I've seen him throw out.
Yeah, he's significantly more accurate in this game. We're going to have an epic battle over the blue buff here. Oh, and, well, it looks
Sausage
like
wins once
Sausage
again.
wins once again.
And now Lawful actually in a bad spot. Even, he's going to be safe here, but he's taking so much damage, and Sausage just barely missing that ultimate. That could have been a kill if he was able to pick
Yeah, that
him
was
up.
unfortunate for him. I'm sure he's a little salty about that one. Couldn't really afford the HP to continue on into the tower there, but Cheerio continues to look for these aggressive plays, and
This
stars,
is what they need to do.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of pressing their advantage.
Yeah, and you actually see them. It looks like they're going to take the tier 1 on right. They forced that soul laner to back there. Sausage not only stealing his buff, but making sure that Waffle falls even further behind in experience.
Tier 1 to fall. And there it goes. Yes, it is. It's the second tier 1 of the game picked up for the upcoming stars. EloFisher still yet to find a tower. You got to think this left side tier 1 is coming next. And somehow Renz has just been
This is what he needs to do.
bullying the Medusa.
Yeah, and now that Medusa has heals online, she can better contest. But because she was bullied so much before, you see that the Executioner starting to come online for Neith there. That's 15 extra attack speed at that tier 2 item, I believe.
Yeah, and then she'll have the additional pen as well with the Aussie. Yeah, you're right on. 15 power, 15 additional attack speed for Neith. And it's just harder and harder for Medusa
This
to
is
trade.
great. Good job from Cheerio. Actually stuns out Athena
the
before she can get a taunt. He goes pretty deep, but here's the Poseidon coming through.
Up into the sky goes Thor. He's going to look for this backside kill onto Darza. Darza jukes back the other way.
Why?
But they dump everything into 3 ultimates to kill a 50 HP Ra.
Yeah, so Kraken down there, but,
Kraken, Neith ultimate, Thor ultimate.
Keeping that down is good. The ultimates they have available. They still have the Fenrir ult coming out, and they still have QN's ult Cataclysm. That's going to be huge.
Now their sides are turned to this left side tier 1.
Medusa.
Medusa could be in some trouble here. Cataclysm, knock up, but she's going to be immune to the knock up with the beads. Here comes the ultimate from Fenrir to pull her and keep her CC'd. And the spin to win will pick her up. Now it's Big Man Tink stunned out by the Thor. Cheerio has been excellent in this game. And there we go. It's a double kill for Sausage yet again. 8-1 and 4.
They've been amazing, right? And then you see this tier. He's just going to split push. He can't contest, right?
He can't do anything much.
This is what he has to do. He has to take this tower. He's not going to be able to make an impact. He doesn't have teleport like Sausage has. And, that teleport has been a big part of why Sausage has been a part of these fights, and Tier has not been able to.
So they trade the Tier 1, but they do lose, I think, 4 members in that extended engagement due to the EloFisher's upcoming stars.
We're at the 10K, Bart.
19 and 3, 10K ahead, around the 17-minute mark, and this is, well, can they group and push through the base now is the question. They've had some successful engagements. They need to find either a pick and a fire giant in the rest of these structures, or simply win a big team fight and take a Phoenix here in the next few minutes.
Fight. But why would you have to team fight? That's what
right.
You've been doing all game. You just need to keep doing it, right? You need to be grouping. They have, look at these aggressive wards across the map, right? They basically have a line outside of one on the soul lane. So anytime EloFisherS crosses basically their own buffs, Upcoming Stars is going to know about it. Judging
by that last game, I would have never thought that Upcoming Stars would be able to kind of draft into this very execution-heavy composition and do this well.
Well, it was miscommunication in game 1, and they fixed it, right? And they're doing a fantastic job of it. I would like to see them basically bait a fire giant here. I think don't look to do it unless EloFisherS is obviously going to give it to you, but bait it and look for the kills when they come in, and it looks like that's what they're positioning for.
Yeah, they're going to try to bait EloFisherS into this one, but EloFisherS, they're wary of this tactic.
Yeah, Medusa doing exactly what hi-rez did last game, split pushing, knowing... I think they're electing not to fight this, and this is obvious, and Cheerio doing a great job.
30%
Did he steal away
execution.
that speed buff?
Upcoming Stars.
Oh, and Cheerio's in the air, but no one's in position once again. He's going to have to burst whoever he finds, and it looks like Fails is out of position, doesn't realize that he's in the air. He's going to come crashing down. He's going to hit it. Beads come out, and there's the Bellona ult coming through, but you know that is a very low cooldown ult, so it's okay to be down here. Should be up for when they want to re-engage.
It'll be up the next time they need to fight for damn sure. Ultimate is on a 55-second base cooldown at max rank, so she'll be sprint up.
Oh, I think you were safe. I don't know why she ulted there. Maybe Brutalize was going to do too much damage to her, but then she could have baited out the Brutalize and looked to stun him under tower. Either way, though, that Medusa ult being down, I think, is more important than the Brutalize. And Frosty's going to get a pick on Darza.
That's huge. Taking out the mage at this point is really big because they're trying to push, and now Wave Clear is going to be at a big premium for the EloFisherS. Who's going to do it?
You know, all their magic damage is basically onto this Raw. He doesn't have much of it. But to be fair, Upcoming Stars hasn't even... They ran with getting an early lead, right? No defensive items outside of Magi's coming out for them. And of course, obviously, support's going to be picking up that sovereignty. But even with like most of the damage on EloFisherS being physical, they're like, it doesn't matter. We just need to do so much damage early and win ahead of time that's what we're going to aim for, right? They're going to pick up the gold. Let me see their gold in hand if we have time to do that there. Yeah, all sitting about 1,500 to 2,000. They're going to be coming back with either completed items or starting more items.
Yeah, it's going to be the Chronos Pendant and Gem of Isolation finished off for the Poseidon there.
Gem is huge there.
It's a big, big power spike for Poseidon at this point. For those of you who don't know, Gem of Isolation is a item that makes your magical abilities apply a slow. Poseidon's Whirlpool applies a slow as well as a pull, which is, for technical reasons, a little bit different than a slow. So anyway, the slow stack and the pull, basically with the Gem of Isolation, you can't walk out of Whirlpool anymore.
You don't want to do anything, right? You just like, I just hate my life as that happens to you every single time, right? If Frosty's able to hit a Whirlpool with 1 or 2 players in the middle, they have to beat. They have to use an active just to get out of a single ability that's on like a 10, 12-second cooldown.
Yeah, it basically becomes an ultimate. You're right. At that point, I mean, the Whirlpool is just so powerful. You literally cannot walk out of it anymore, Gem of Isolation.
So all the ults are back online for EloFisherS here. I'm trying to decide who they need to target. I don't think it's Neith, right? I think they need to take out Sausage if possible.
Yeah, Sausage.
That's going to be huge. But he has Magi's. He doesn't have beads, right? So you're going to need to pop the Magi's on Sausage there and then try and stun him out under Phoenix, right? That's really going to be the key. Sausage is basically doing too much for their team.
It's either
to
Sausage
let him run around.
or Cherio they need to kill before this fight gets too underway. And look, that's an Athena ultimate and beads baited out by just a Brutalize from the Fenrir. Good God Almighty.
It's just these singular abilities like Brutalize, like the stun, that is forcing so much from EloFisherS, right? They need to find a spot and they need to hard engage here, like as a team.
Upcoming Stars picking their moment here. A lot of patience being shown by them. They've taken the mid Phoenix. They're going to turn their attention to the right side. Here we go. Engagement coming out. Raw Snipe comes through, but 2 members very, very low. The Athena rooted out as well underneath her own Phoenix. Neith moving forward with the gas pedal. Sausage finds a kill, as does hi-rez. A 3rd kill comes out as well on to get Fisher, and with the Medusa down, and just this tier remaining. Down he goes as well. It's a wipe, and it's the game. Upcoming Stars draw even here with a very House of Cards style of composition, but they managed to keep it together long enough to win in 21 and a half minutes. My goodness. Not expecting that one to go that way.
So they evened it up. I mean, I expected them to win early like that, and we even talked about it in Picks and Bans, right? This is a team comp where they have to win early. They need to hit this 10K mark in about 20 minutes. They're able to hit it about 17, like you said. So they basically executed.
They did it perfectly.
Yeah, they played it perfectly what they needed to. And I think the biggest thing is the communication we saw, and Cherio also coming online, right? Game 1, all these ultimates that were either a tad too early, tad too late. This time, hitting him a couple. He missed a couple, but really it was the huge double taps he was hitting when he was already far ahead. And then Frosty comboing perfectly, and then really Sausage getting ahead, and then basically being that extra member in the team fights that they needed.
Sausage opened up so much for them.
For sure.
I mean, those fights were excellent. Let's take a look at the first blood as we continue to break down this game.
I was almost confused at this, right? So this fight went back and forth. You know, he almost didn't get first blood. It was so close. The Poseidon Whirlpool actually stopped his, Fearless, but he was still barely able to get it off here. You're going to see him. He got most of it off and was able to position himself right and then hit that last auto.
Yeah, you can see the Ra there took the longer way to that fight. Poseidon took a more aggressive stance, got there first. They are able to set up something there. It ends up being a double kill.
The key there, though, was that, it was a double kill for not Sausage, but for the team of Upcoming Stars, right? And the key there was Sausage getting the kill and surviving while that tier died. And then he hit the 5 in the lane, probably just a creep or 2 before tier, because tier did get the first blood, able to kill him, snowball from there.
There goes the snowball. That's right. Yeah, and Well, can the upcoming stars repeat that, right? This was a squad that they drafted that was extremely execution and communication dependent. We saw some errant Neith ultimates come out that didn't really get much done, but they were able to tighten that up a little bit. Can they repeat this? I mean, was this a one-off kind of thing that caught them by surprise for
regardless
Elo?
of the team comp, I think if they continue to play like they did in game 2, I think they'll come out on top.
I would agree with that. We'll see how it goes down in game number 3, guys. We're tied 1 apiece for the upcoming stars and the EloFisherS. We'll be back in just a few minutes to bring you game number 3.